So I did manage to capture some more of the opponent's playback here. Um, that's what this is here. That's super fast though. I highly doubt you're able to make anything out there. Luckily, I've been left alone for another turn, and which is from Lux and Barter, so I'm able to concentrate on Polaris some more. It's turn 18. I've been trying to take that village for forever now. I'm gonna have to say, out of all the tribes, Polaris has probably got the most solid defense, or just. I mean, I finally broke it, so maybe instead of most solid, we'll just say the most annoying. I don't know, because it's definitely not an everlasting defense. It just takes a long time to break through. So he's got that ice fortress now. I'm going to take it out this turn, and I think after this he finally, I think he sees it's pretty much over. I believe he resigns. I believe Polaris becomes a bot at the end of this series of turns here. So my knight just kind of, he ran through that village, through to the other side, upgraded him to, simply upgrade him to a veteran, and get a rider in there. So that, which is good, that 20 health knight, although it's been hit, it was able to draw fire from one of his ice archers, which finally meant I could get one of my giants in there. So I've got two giants down there now. One's pretty much transparent because it's so frozen. Apparently don't know how these controls work because it went back to 1 speed again. So I sped it back up. I didn't even touch the screen. Maybe it's got like voice commands. Okay, so he froze me yet again. But at least now I'm in 2 villages, so I don't think he can keep it up. He's probably only gonna be able to freeze one of my guys taking a village per turn. Because I've destroyed one of his ice archers. He's only got one left that I can see. So it looks like Barter's moving in there to the north. Oh, he did. He put a defender. Barter put a defender in my city in the north there. I was able to kill it with four warriors. I think it's gonna be Barter's mistake though, because he's concentrating on me instead of his more imminent threat being Luxador. And that was the quick Aquarian game there. Not really getting anywhere too fast with Aquarian. Turn 12 and 32 stars here with Barter. It looks like I'm going for pretty much complete map control. And I wanted to put that ship inside Jin's capital, but there is something in that cloud blocking me. Okay, here we go. This is the game with Ellie Ryan. I started out and I believe, 6 units on turn 0. It might have been 5. It was 5 or 6 units on turn 0. So this is that was some fairly rapid expansion there. Met Zabasi, got fishing. Don't really need it. Thanks for nothing. So I'm still looking for Imperious. Those look like Imperious squares there with the green and the white edges. No, it looks like I could use fishing. Okay, thanks after all. Something's really screwing with my playback speed here. Just fairly standard stuff now. Hopefully I can find Imperious soon. If he is wedged in that corner over there on the right, that would suck for him. That square on the north, that's looks kind of like an Imperious square as well, but it's actually Ellie Ryan. My ruin gave me a giant because a little bit of pink. Yep, that's Ellie Ryan. I didn't really want a giant, but I'll take it. I mean, I'm going to make my own giants here. I'd really rather get anything than a giant from a ruin. Except sometimes explorers, those can be the worst. If you've all got like just one cloud that needs to be revealed and you get an explorer. And he just pretty much runs back and forth on 2 tiles. But I'm sure no one else has ever seen that happen. It probably just happens to me. So I'll let this one play out slower. I know it's only a couple turns because my replay keeps getting screwed up. It's back to 1x again. So Hoodrick, 2 units is not enough to take a warrior inside a village. So I'm not sure if maybe he was thinking I'd put a rider or a archer there. I don't know. So if he had roads, he could have taken that village, but I knew by score, because his was lower than mine, he probably most definitely didn't have any roads. So now he shot my warrior with his archer, because there won't be any retaliation, of course. All his units are still at full health. Nice. Well, fishing. I don't think I'm even near any water. So yeah, see, he definitely doesn't have roads based on his score down there. So unfortunately for him, he's not going to get that village anytime soon. Because he's only going to be able to hit my warrior inside of it with 2 units. So really, not really worried about Hoodrick at this point. I mean, I'm going to be able to produce more units than he can per turn. He really should have go down south and get some of those ruins, and I think there's another village down there. Actually, no, he shouldn't, because I want those. So we got a contentious village up there to the north again that Barter and Kiku are going to fight over, which is fine. I don't even know if I don't think contentious village is like an actual term. Just something I made up now. I'm gonna have to find a better thing to call that. It's basically a village that I don't want because I know I can't hold it and people are just gonna continue to fight over it. So time is spent better moving in another direction. So it looks like. So I know Ali Ryan is a bot, and he's a friend bot. So we'll leave him alone for now. Looks like our only threat currently is Yadak. And Yadak is not. He's not producing units. I mean, he's got 3. Now he's got 2. Now he's got 1. Okay, so he was producing units. But now he's got 1 and I've got like 6. It's not really a fair fight currently. I think Yadak will get eliminated in the next couple turns here. Okay, so this was a new game. So I kept getting challenged to 1v1s. So finally I put one out there for YouTube. So I know I said yesterday I made this glory mode so it could end quicker based on points, but I found out here quickly that it's pretty hard to get to 10,000 points. I mean, it looks like I'm almost halfway there, but after I upgrade my first 3 villages and get the beginner tech I need, it just kind of slows to a crawl, honestly. So instead of getting another park, I got a park in my capital to increase the points. Instead of getting a second park, I went for a giant because my opponent's score passed mine. So, and obviously I'm stuck in a corner. So he's going to expand. His score is going to grow. I'm never going to catch him. So I just decided instead of trying for the glory mode score, I'm just going to kill him. So that's why I got the giant. I need to break out of this corner or it's pretty much over for me. And it barely happens if you watch this. He got my giant down to 9. Looked like it got hit with either some battleships or more likely some catapults. So breaking out of that corner turned the game in my favor. So yeah, now I know in the future. I mean, it's cool to make it glory mode just so you have another option for ending a game that seems to take forever. But I'm not gonna play it as a glory mode from now on. I'm just gonna try to kill the opponent. So yeah, I mean, he was playing really well for Kiku. He's got custom houses, which is cool because now it's mine. I don't really know about the catapult thing though. I mean, he had 2. Yeah, I mean, he made the catapults, of course, because he saw my giant. So the scores aren't too far apart, but after I take these villages, it's pretty much over. And from now on, it seems like my opponent doesn't even make units or do anything. It seems like he just starts clicking next turn. So, yeah, in a few more turns I do get to 10,000 points and end it, but okay, let's just do this. You're not going to see another unit. Look, so he was obviously just pushing next turn every time. You might as well resign, honestly. Let's see. Here's our lucky Almaji game again. I remember I had a 1 health warrior that was trying to take that village in the middle of the map. He apparently failed. And the reason for that is Luxador had 2 giant battleships hidden. So I definitely need to up my naval game here. So I snuck another unit in there. This time it's a 4 health rider. Maybe it'll survive. It's a 4 health rider. That's quite an upgrade from a 1 health rider. Nope, dead again. Man, who would have known? So really the only reason I put that unit in there was to cost him the amount of money he would have made from that village, since he's got a custom house. So now I got defenders and giants. I'm going to try to naval spam him here. My weakness right now with that is, of course, I only can put 3 ports. So my units are going to bottleneck. So yeah, I think Lux has got a pretty solid chance in that game. So only take a couple turns here with Quetzali. Really one of the slowest progressing tribes. He had a nice amount of trees though. So our Zen game, and also very slow progressing. My spawn though, for Zen, that's quite a few resources. So we'll utilize the trees to try and chop and get ahead a bit. And that, I believe, is Scubble in the Jin game. So he's got an island spawn, unless there's something beyond that mountain. But I've asked him if he wants to restart. Let's see what he opts for. Because I believe that's a 4-player game. So, I mean, restart is definitely a valid option. So out of the T2 tribes, I'm going to say Almaji and Yadak move the fastest. Okay, now I'm confused. Maybe this is Scubble. Okay, one of these playbacks was provided by Scubble and one was provided by Theep. So by the next video, I'm going to figure out who's who. That was a really good Kiku start there. So it might come down to Kiku and Yadak in that previous game. So Luxador's score I know is right behind mine. He's creeping up and he's got a navy. So he's already ahead of me as far as tech goes. Let's see what I can get in this ruin down here. Luckily it's a mountain ruin, so it's not going to be clouds, but of course there's going to be a giant. Okay, so I'm gonna try to catch up with Lux here. He's in first now, I'm in second. Now I'm back in first. So I went for that border expansion, pretty much just to get those whales. And 2 whales is probably the amount you need to actually make it worth it to border expand. And then again, maybe just barely, because that whale tech cost me like 14 stars. So I only made 20, so that's really just 6. So now I'm finally out on the water. I'm going to make a series of roads down here. I want to get all that stuff down in the south before Lux has a chance to make some ships down there. You see that line of riders? That would be delicious for a night